see blood on the headline every single day. Real lives turn to numbers, then they fade away. They say it's awareness, they say it's okay, but why does it feel like they profit from pain? I see blood on the headline, scroll and repeat. Tragedy trends till it's buried beneath another new story, another replay. But somebody died just to make it your day. I wake up in the morning, reach straight for my phone. Before I even breathe, I'm not even alone. Another name, another face, another tragic end. Another family shattered out, never comprehend. But it's just a clip, just a post, just a feed. Something I consume, then I leave. I used to stop, I used to care. Now I just stare like it's normal out here. I remember when it used to hit my chest, now I barely react. I just swipe to the next. It's like I lost something I can't explain. Like I traded my empathy just to stay sane. I told myself maybe I'm cold, maybe I'm numb, maybe I'm broken, maybe I'm done. But how do you feel every single day when death is delivered in 1,000 ways? I sit with my friends, I laugh, I smile, then my screen lights up for a little while. Another life gone, I don't even speak, just lock my phone and pretend I'm at peace. Blood on the screen, scroll and repeat. Real people gone, we don't even grieve. Blood on the screen, scroll and repeat. Real people gone, we don't even grieve. If it bleeds, it leads, that's what they say. Fear keeps you watching, so they put it on replay. They pick what you see and decide what you feel, then package your pain into something that sells. They loop every moment till it's stuck in your brain. They cut the commercials and profit from pain. It's not just reporting, it's crafted emotion. They know what keeps you locked in emotion. You think you're informed, but you're stuck in a frame. Double selective perspective and names. They choose the angles, they choose the tone, and send it directly into your home. They don't show healing, they don't show peace, they don't show hope. That don't increase clicks and attention, time on the screen, so they keep feeding the darkest things. We think we're aware, but we're trapped in a loop, watching destruction from a digital view, while real life suffers behind every clip. We just keep scrolling and tightening the grip. Maybe we're not heartless, maybe we're overloaded, maybe we don't feel it, 'cause we've been overexposed to it. I see blood on the headline every single day. Real life turning numbers, then they fade away. They say it's awareness, they say it's okay, but why does it feel like they profit from pain? I see blood on the headline, scroll and repeat. Tragedy trends till it's buried beneath another new story, another replay. Somebody died just to make it your day. Kids grow up watching chaos unfold before they even understand what they're told. Violence becomes something normal to see before they even learn empathy. We argue online about who is to blame, while missing the point that we're fueling the flame. We don't slow down, we don't reflect, we just move on to the next event. I try to unplug, I try to escape, but it follows me everywhere, there's no break. Screens in my pocket, screens on the wall, even if I run, I can't escape it all. And I hate that I'm used to the things that I see, hate that it barely affects me, hate that I scroll past someone's end and go right back to my life again. What does that make me? What did I become? Another spectator going numb, or just a product of what I consume? My mind overwhelmed by constant doom. Truth, not trauma for views, need balance. Not fear in the news, need stories that show how to heal, not just wounds that they constantly reveal. Or when the same flood in your brain till nobody feels anything from the pain. Awareness should help us understand, not leave us all broken and out of hand. We gotta take back what we consume, stop feeding the cycle that profits from doom. Question the stories, question the frame, question who benefits from all of the pain. It's not about hiding what's real, it's about showing the full path to heal. If all we see is darkness and fear, then darkness is all that we carry from here. So next time you see it, don't just scroll. Remember that somebody's life, somebody's soul. Not just a headline, not just a name, not just a moment, they turned it to fame. I see blood on a headline every single day. Real lives turning numbers, then they fade away. They say it's awareness, they say it's okay, but why does it feel like they profit from pain? I see blood on a headline, scroll.
Why does pain get views but healing gets ignored? If it bleeds, is that all we care about?
Blood on the headline,
that's what they sell. Pain in the package, fear in the shell.
turn real lives
And the stories that tell. Blood on the headlines.
welcome to hell. Blood on the headlines. Blood on the headlines.
Yeah, Breaking news, flashing red on the screen. Another tragedy turned to a scene. Zoom in close, make a graphic and mean, and loop it back for the audience stream. Cameras rolling before help arrives, capturing chaos, not saving lives. Turn every tear into ratings that rise and cut to ads while the empathy dies. They don't report, they amplify. Pick what bleeds and justify. Spin the angle, modify. Truth gets buried, dramatized. One clip cut from a longer frame. Now a whole new narrative gets a name. Facts don't matter if views get gained. It's all about clicks in the media game. Anchors talking with polished tone, but behind the scenes it's profit grown. Tragedy sold like a product owned to a hungry crowd on their phones alone. You think it's news, it's entertainment. Scripted, outrage, time, engagement. Every headline built for placement, not for truth or advertisement. Blood on the headlines, that's what they sell. Pain in a package, fear in a shell. Turn real lives into stories to tell. Blood on the headlines, welcome to hell. Blood on the headlines. They choose a story that fits the mold. Not every truth, just what gets told. If it don't shock, it won't get rolled. If it don't trend, it won't get sold. Victim names become a brand. Hashtags rising on demand. Moments turn to marketing plans while real grief slips through their hands. They debate pain like it's a sport. Panel shows in full support. Argue loud but fix nothing more than move on when it's not report. You see the cycle, it's designed. Shock, react, repeat, rewind. Keep you locked inside your mind. Fear becomes the daily grind. And every time you click and stare, you feed the system unaware. Because attention is the currency there. And tragedy's the millionaire. They don't need lies, just partial truth. Enough to spark emotional proof. Enough to trigger the crowd to move. But not enough to show the full view. No silence, no space, no grace. Just pain on replay in every place. If truth was calm, it wouldn't sell. So they package fear and ring the bell. Blood on the headlines, that's what they sell. Pain in the package, fear in a shell. Turn real lives into stories to tell. Blood on the headlines, welcome to hell. Blood on the headlines. Blood on the headlines. Blood on the headlines. Yeah. They don't show heroes that don't trend. They show the chaos that won't end. They stretch the clip, they twist the lens till every angle bends again. Where's the stories of hope and rise? Buried deep where the algorithm hides. Because calm don't monetize, but fear explodes and multiplies. We desensitize, we scroll past pain. Another tragedy, same old frame. Another life turned to a name that disappears in a week of fame. They profit off the darkest days, turn human loss into a phase. Normalize the shocking craze till empathy slowly fades away. And I ain't saying don't report, but truth deserves more than a court of public opinion fueled by sport, where facts get drowned and lies distort. So question what you choose to see and what they push repeatedly. Because what you watch becomes belief and shapes your world unconsciously. Blood on the headlines, that's what they sell. Pain in a package, fear in a shell. Turn real lies into stories to tell. Blood on the headlines, welcome to hell. Blood on the headlines. Blood on the headlines. Blood on the headlines. Blood on the headlines. That's what they sell. If it bleeds, it leads. But what if we chose to care about what heals?